Is a big economic story, the unexpected job losses in December. The president today announced $2.3 billion worth of tax credits for clean energy projects, but that money comes from the existing $787 billion stimulus package. Is more stimulus needed? Joining us now is Christina Romer, who heads the President's Council of Economic Advisors. Christina, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the show. Let me first ask you about that stimulus question. You originally championed a larger stimulus package. Do you think now we need a second one?
You know, what the president talked about in early December at the Job Summit is that what he felt is that we needed some targeted measures to jumpstart private sector job creation. So one of the things that we've talked about is maybe doing more of the kinds of tax credits that he was just announcing today, because we think that's been a successful part of the original stimulus. He's also talked about incentives for home energy retrofits or tax incentives for small businesses to hire or to do more investment. So I think absolutely what today's jobs numbers tell us, or we didn't even need today's jobs numbers. We know that the unemployment rate has been around 10%. We need to do something, and that's what the president has been talking about all along. But what he's talking about are some targeted measures, things that we think have particularly good bang for the buck at this point in the recovery, and that's what he's put on the table.
Christina, talking about bang for the buck, you've got California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger saying, help, we've got, he's getting ready to declare a fiscal emergency, asking $7 billion of aid from the federal government. Are you guys going to do something like that?
Well, I don't want to get into any particulars for any particular state. What I can tell you is in the original, the Recovery Act, that money that went for state fiscal relief, for education, for keeping first responders employed, has been very effective on a macroeconomic sense for helping to hold up growth and demand in the economy, and in a job sense in holding up employment in both state governments and in the people that work for state governments. So I think that is something that, again, at the Job Summit, the president, when he talked about some new targeted initiatives, but then he also talked about some of the things that might need to be extended, like the unemployment insurance or the state fiscal relief.
Let me quickly jump in on a different subject here, Christina. We are reporting that the New York Fed had told AIG to pay out banks 100%, 100 cents on the dollar, I should say, for the credit swaps that they were owed. A lot of people crying backdoor bailout there. And then that the New York Fed told AIG not to tell anyone about those payments or specifics about them. Do you think that Secretary of the Treasury Tim Geithner's job hangs in the balance here?
Oh, I've got to just plead ignorance to all of the things that you've been talking about.
We don't believe you could plead ignorance here.
So, but certainly in terms of, so I don't know any of the particulars that you're talking about. I do know that Secretary Geithner has just been a terrific Secretary of the Treasury and done some really incredibly important things on the financial rescue.
But the jury out a little bit, just quickly?
I'm sorry?
The jury's still out a little bit? 5 seconds here.
I think, all of the policies that we've been taking, I think, have been doing exactly what we said they would do, and that's what you're starting to see in GDP and in the stabilization of the economy.
We got to one. Christina, thank you so much.